So we're back in Miami after 7 nights on Celebrity Beyond, but the good news is we aren't getting off today because we're doing a back-to-back. So we thought we would create this video just to show you exactly how the process works. So the process actually started yesterday. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. We received a letter in our cabin requesting that we met our fellow consecutive cruisers in the Cyprus restaurant the day before reaching Miami. During the meeting, the whole process was explained very well, and we were given an envelope with some things inside. First of all, there was a health questionnaire, and we were asked to complete it and bring it with us the next day when we did the immigration process. It's the same as the one you've done before the cruise, but in paper format. There were also transit passes. These were only required if you plan to spend the day in Miami and return to the ship later in the day. We were also given raffle tickets, and I won a foldable backpack. Other prizes included specialty dining and free laundry, so it's definitely worth going just for that. So this morning we had a leisurely breakfast and we are just about to go to the retreat lounge. That's where we'll be waiting to go off the ship. We'll be called when everyone else is off the ship. We will go through immigration and then we'll come back on again. For passengers who aren't staying in the retreat, everyone will wait in the club and they will do exactly the same. They'll wait for all the passengers from the current cruise to be escorted off and they will leave. They'll be able to go down into immigration and then back on the ship. When we arrived at our designated meeting area, we were handed our new Sea Pass cards for the upcoming cruise and a sticker to identify us as consecutive cruisers, much like a shore excursion sticker. When all the consecutive cruisers had arrived, we were then escorted off the ship and into the terminal building. So the whole process was fairly straightforward. When we got into the terminal, we weren't able to film. So I'm just going to explain what we did. So we went into the terminal all together as a group. We then went through security. We did a facial recognition photo. We were also asked to take our passports with us, but we didn't need to. The reason being is because sometimes that machine doesn't work. So it's kind of a backup, but luckily today it did work. So we went through, we filed through, had our picture taken for immigration, and then we filed back through the terminal and then got back on the ship. The things that we had to take our passports, we had to take our cruise card that was for the current sailing, because we scanned those out and then they took them off us. Don't worry though, if you want to keep your cruise card, you can keep it. You have to just go to guest services and collect it so that you can keep it as a souvenir. But they will take your card off you. They will also give you, before you get off, your new cruise cards. Don't touch those until you get back on the ship. When you get back on the ship, all together as a group, you scan your new cruise card and then that starts your new cruise. So remember, passports, cruise card. You also have your health questionnaire that you have to fill in, and you also then need to take your ESTAs if you're from Britain. So we're from the UK, we had to have ESTAs to go to the US. We had to take our ESTAs with us. They didn't ask to see them, but you have to take them just in case. So we got back on an empty ship essentially. There was probably about 300 people that were doing the back-to-back with us. So there was only that amount of people on for the short space of time before the next passengers came on. And we were able to then enjoy some of the facilities that we couldn't do before. So we went in the pool and we just enjoyed a quiet ship. Just be aware, if you do that process as a group with all the back-to-back passengers, you cannot get back off the ship in Miami. You have to stay on the ship because of immigration reasons. So if you want to go out in Miami for the day, you go off before 9:15 and then you get on board with all the other passengers, the new passengers that are coming on. Just be aware that if you do decide to go off and explore Miami for the day, you give yourself plenty of time to get back because the traffic in Miami on a cruise day is very, very busy. When we were in Miami, there was 7 other ships. So there was 8 ships in port. And if you think about the amount of passengers that are getting on and off that day, the traffic was pretty horrendous. We saw it all from the ship. And we were very, very glad that we didn't have to try and get on and off and go into Miami and explore. So just be aware, probably the best thing for you to do is do that back-to-back process with the whole group, and you can enjoy a nice quiet ship and the rest of your cruise. Walking back onto the ship after going through the immigration process was a wonderful feeling because we knew we had another week to enjoy. We were offered a glass of bubbly as we stepped back on board, and we decided to head straight to our muster station to check in because even though we'd done this the previous week, this was treated as a new cruise and therefore we had to repeat this task. The good news is that this only took 2 minutes and then we were ready to start enjoying our cruise.
Being consecutive cruises does come with some perks worth mentioning. We received a 30% discount on new ship and shore excursions we booked during the second cruise, so you can use this for shore excursions in a port or a ship excursion such as a behind-the-scenes ship tour. We also received a 20% discount on specialty dining, and we did take the opportunity to go back to Raw on 5 because we'd enjoyed it so much the first week. We were invited to enjoy cocktails with some fellow consecutive cruisers and some of the ship's officers on the magic carpet one afternoon. And we also received a plate of chocolate treats in our suite. Would we recommend a back-to-back cruise, or did we think it was a lot of hassle? The answer is yes. We would definitely do another one in the future, especially if we were going to go on a long-haul destination and wanted to make the most of a long flight. But we would only want to do it if we could keep the same cabin for both sailings, because the thought of packing and unpacking halfway through our vacation really isn't that appealing. It's worth mentioning that this was the second back-to-back cruise we've done, but the first in Miami. Our previous back-to-back cruise was with Princess Cruises in Fort Lauderdale, and that process seemed to involve a lot less. All we had to do was meet in the ship's theatre, get our cards scanned, and then we were free to enjoy the ship. We didn't have to visit the cruise terminal to do immigration, it was all done on board. Back-to-back cruises in Miami are organised slightly differently, so we hope this video has been useful and has helped dispel any worries you might have about the process. If you're planning a cruise on Celebrity, why not take a look at some of our other videos? Here's one we think you might like. See you on the next one.